getting over the previous disappointments, but don't let them block new energies, because you have some exciting, I feel like for some of you are scared to date a little bit, where you are like, oh, I'm scared, but if again I'm gonna go in some kind of situation or whatever. Don't let your previous disappointments hold you back, because I actually see there's, again, excitement at first, more like fun part, but you can have someone who you will end up having a good relationship with. Focus on the future, because in the future you have this very big victory. You worked so much on yourself to gain this clarity, to know what you want. Maybe, you know, these previous relationships were just, showing you what you don't want. You know, sometimes we learn by contrast, right? You've learned what you don't want. You've waited long enough. And I feel like now is the time for you to experience, you know, look at this Two of Cups literally flown out. True happiness, a playful relationship, a happy relationship, where your needs are met, where you are happy. Hey Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing your new Scorpio reading, which is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to give this video a big like, a subscribe. And what do I want to say? Yeah, today we're going to tap into collective energy. I'm recording this, when is this? Like right before the Pluto Mars conjunction, right before the Venus Pluto conjunction. So this energy will resonate throughout February. And before we get started, what do I want to say? So first and foremost, I do have my private readings open. They're reopened, so do make sure if you need something, you book now, because I'm going to be closing them down again. And I don't know for how long. I'm trying. There's many things happening. I have a new channel, by the way, as well. Make sure you subscribe there. And yeah, if you need private readings, there is a spots available, and I have availability like within a week, so it's pretty good. If you need anything private, astrology readings, love readings, I don't know, there's one question answer, there's even opportunities to study with me, study tarot with me, so make sure you check it out. It's in the description box. You can also study tarot with me via just streaming my VIMEO tarot course for beginners. It's available in the description box as well. There's many ways. You can also support the channel, extend it, you can join membership, there is like different links. Everything's going to be in the description box down below. And anyway, guys, without any further ado, let's get into this. So we do have Mars and Pluto energy coming up. Before Mars and Pluto are going to join in Aquarius at 0 degrees. Look at this. We literally pulled this. Wow, 8th house and Pluto. Let's take one more in 6th house. Okay. So before Mars and Pluto are going to make their conjunction, which is going to happen on February 13, Valentine's Day, Mars is going to be, it already is pretty much at this 29th critical degree, 29th degree of Capricorn. So one advice, something was coming up, like I was taking a few days off, kind of just going to the beach, you know, like doing some other stuff, creativity, writing a lot. And something that was coming up actually yesterday as I was walking around was that, you know, sometimes when we feel this extreme anger, even disgust towards something or someone, you know, there's this feeling with Mars and Pluto can very much come up. And I think what can help maybe someone who feels a lot of anger right now, a lot of disgust, you know, it's like there's this anger and there's also this disgust feeling of just, you know, hard to even explain it with the words. I feel like a good consciousness to have here is that, you know, it's not about suppressing those feelings, but you have to understand that in order for you to even hate someone, in order for you to even experience negative feelings towards someone, in order for you to give any energy, in fact, to anyone, this person has to even, you know, be worthy of that. And ask yourself, whoever it is you're angry with right now, does this person even deserve that? Because, you know, someone might have done wrong to you, or maybe there's just some repressive feelings that are coming up right now. But what you have to understand is that you are valuable. You deserve so much better maybe than something that happened to you before. And you are honoring yourself by letting go of that toxicity. These people, they don't deserve, I don't even know, like even they don't even deserve a spit of yours in their direction. Forget about such intense emotions. Forget about such intense energies. They do not deserve that. What you deserve is to be happy, to be free, and to be free from these toxic emotions, negative emotions, to whoever they might have been. What you deserve is to feel happy every day. What you deserve is to, you know, like, to live your best life, to be free from this toxicity within your body. Let it go. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. What else I was thinking about yesterday? I just want to share this because it's very relevant to this Mars Pluto. So it's like letting go of the toxicity because they are not worthy even of your hate. None of your energy, none of your attention should be going to anyone, who especially doesn't deserve it. You're doing it for you. You're not doing that for them. Doing it all for yourself. And really having that consciousness right now where you are taking care of yourself. Yes, be selfish right now. I know people really get triggered when I say things like this, be selfish. Because really taking care of yourself is not selfish. In fact, this is should always be your priority. It should always be number one priority. Because, you cannot even give, right, to anyone before you pour your own cup. It's not selfish. It's not selfish to put yourself first. What's selfish is when you try to tell other people how to live. When someone, let's just say, someone doesn't want to be somewhere and you're forcing them. Someone doesn't want to, act certain way and you're forcing them. Someone wants to leave certain situation, but you're no, you got to stay. That's what selfish is. That's selfish. Using guilt tripping, using how will I be here by myself? This is selfish stuff. You taking care of yourself, that's not selfish. That's always should be there. So start taking care of yourself now more than ever, especially with this Mars and Pluto conjunction. You have to be in that energy where what are you going to download? Think of the universe of this cosmic energy with this, especially 8th house and Pluto. Think of it as this, there was a teacher recently that used this amazing example about energy and how we have this internet, right? And with the internet, we're uploading, downloading information. Same is really how the energy in a way, right, works with the higher realms, upper realms. There's different things that we, with our consciousness, with our subconscious, right, we give attention to, we create in our dreams, and then we upload something, and then we download something. Sometimes we download other people's files. We have to make sure we don't do that, right? We want to download what we want from the universe. What energy with this Mars and Pluto conjunction do you want to download for yourself? This is a very big cycle right now. You can transform, you can break through right now. It is available. And again, I do feel like there is this energy around that some people might be saying that you are selfish in some way. I don't know, maybe you really did establish certain boundaries. But ask yourself this, how does someone dare even to call you selfish when they were not there for you? They didn't take care of you necessarily even. But you had to become selfish, If you're in a healthy, beautiful relationship where someone takes care of you, you take care of them, and it doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel like a forced experience, then sure, but if you are really on your own, how is it selfish to be putting yourself first? I don't really understand that. So yeah, basically, yeah, let people figure it out. That's another message. That was coming up. What else was? And don't force experiences right now. Don't force anything, especially when it comes to love. Do not force it. I do feel like there might have been with the moon reverse some kind of energy where someone might have been forcing some kind of experience out of you, or somebody was forcing someone to do something. I think it's the worst thing, honestly, forced experiences. And I feel like you are starting to understand that different things that might have occurred in your life, you like a true alchemist, somehow you have something with your craft and something with groups and masses, maybe of people. Something about this where you have taken experiences you've had, maybe some of it negative, and it has helped your craft. Maybe you're in therapy, maybe you're in healing professions. It doesn't even have to be those. But I feel like anything in our life, even the most negative experiences, when we decide that, listen, I'm no longer playing this game, I'm going to extract the lesson. I recently had this. I'm going to extract the lesson, whatever it was. I'm going to reshape this in my mind as a learning experience that it was. And I'm just not going to be forcing this, anything to occur. And I think, and I don't think I've ever been forcing anything, but still, I think sometimes there's a difference between when you are still in the game, still in the experience, right? Versus where you have exited the room, so to say, and you're like, oh, okay, this is it, this is over. But I see what the experience was, what the learning lesson was. It's kind of, by the way, how reincarnation works, when you're done with one life and you're like, okay, what was the lesson of this life? Where am I going next? That kind of thing, according to some. Anyway, let's see what's going on with you, Scorpios. There were a lot of things. There were a lot of things coming up. I don't know how much of this we're going to talk about today. No, I don't want to use this deck. I want to use this one. A lot of things coming up, and a lot of you right now might be experiencing this very powerful downloads. And why? Because also Mercury was joining Pluto just a few days ago. So for a lot of you, Mercury is like information, news. For a lot of you, there might have been a lot of whether news, messages you received, or maybe just downloading some information, receiving some kind of insight. Definitely was very strong. And now with Venus and Mars going to the same point to Pluto, you will actually start seeing how there's something new that you're creating in your life. Let's see what's going on, Scorpio. Let's go for love reading right away. Ouch. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of information coming up. I'm gonna try to, I don't want to do 5-hour video. I'm gonna try to focus on what Scorpio needs to know the most right now, because I know there's a lot that's coming up. Okay, first card we have here. This is interesting. This is 5. This is in this deck kind of like a Hierophant card, or another 5 of Wands. There is definitely some kind of conflict of interest. Again, I'm not saying you're going to be fighting with anyone. I do feel like it's more like people are fighting over you. You have a Knight of Pentacles here. Someone who really wants you. Okay, we have here two of Wands. Someone who wants to be on the same page as you. We also have here the Queen of Pentacles, and we have here the 7 of Wands. Alrighty. Hearing somebody was bluffing. Don't know what it is. Hold on. Take one more for you. Ooh, and we have here the Star. Definitely good idea to take one more for you. Let's make sure it fits. It does. All right, who are you connecting with? Ooh, we have here 5 of Pentacles. Gosh, here we go again. I'm hearing somebody's lost without your love. All right, Queen of Swords. I'm not sure how that's going to work out for them. We have here Judgments. We have here 9 of Pentacles. We also have here 6 of Wands. We have here this is the love. Oh no, sorry, this is not the Lovers. This is kind of like 2 of Cups in this deck. Another 2 of. Oh yeah, this is actual 2 of Cups. Sorry, this is actual 2 of Cups, and this we have here. This is the Magician. Anyway, I'm going to be reading this deck intuitively because this deck is a little different from traditional tarot. 2 of Swords here. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Anyway, let's talk about this. So intuitively, what I'm feeling is that you're in this place where you're actually feeling very empowered. You understand that there are some really conflicting energies. Maybe they don't have to be like right around you. Maybe there's just conflicting energies, people going crazy. Could be just the energy, honestly. Like yesterday I was walking to the beach, and honestly I don't even know. I think I need to find a new route to walk to my beach, because there were some crazy people on the street. Just like there was one guy, like he was passing by and then he started screaming out of nowhere. It's almost like, I used to live in New York City before, and like, that was a natural occurrence there, but not where I live. Where I live, it's more normal still, like it's like just like people randomly screaming on the street. So, it's like no judgment, but like I got a little scared, and it could be just the energy too, stress or whatever, whatever is happening. So, but I feel like what you are doing though is that you are counting your blessings and you're not really affected by anything going on around you. Do, of course, be more careful, especially right around February 13, 14. But I don't really feel like you're affected, because there are people who are approaching you, but you are like in the space, okay, you know what? If you want me, come and claim me, type of thing. Because you're done with bare minimum effort. You are done with making excuses of what needs to happen. Why is this not happening? When is this going to happen? You are done, I feel like. I feel like you're in this stage of whatever you are in your development, where you're starting to become very, very aware of what your needs are in a relationship, what your needs are in general in life. And, When you know what your needs are, when you really have a good understanding of what your needs are, like maybe you need consistent communication, intimacy, whatever it is. Once you understand what your needs are, it's easier to assess whether a certain situation is right for you or not, because this is when you can start asking questions. Let's just say you're in a relationship or dating someone. You can ask, right, are my needs being met here, right? Like, are my needs met in this relationship, or am I constantly sacrificing myself? Right? And if it's a potential relationship, this is where the dating stage comes in. Really, you're evaluating, are you a good match? Are you on the same journey in life? Do you like same things? Do my needs have potential of being met here? Because let's just say if this person just has too much stuff going on, and like it's not even that they're a bad person, but it's hard for them to meet your needs, like what is it going to be, right? And then like another question to ask yourself here is like, why am I attracted to a certain situation? If let's say a person is not meeting my needs, what am I attracted to? Like, I need a lot of attention. This could be my need in a relationship, whatever it is. It's just this, a person is not giving it to me. Why? Maybe a person is ignoring me, completely not giving me attention. Why am I attracted to this? This is where, your little psychoanalysis comes in, right? Like childhood stuff comes in. And it's like, I think, you're becoming less attached to this whole idea of, oh, my love, my true love, and you ignoring me. And you're like, listen, for some of you, maybe even you decided that like Valentine's Day for you is a deadline. If a person does something to piss you off again, or doesn't show up properly by Valentine's Day, you're like, bye Felicia type of thing, for good now. But I do feel like for you, there's something here to say, especially with this Two of Swords, is that no matter what happened before, Two of Wands, not Two of Swords, no matter what happened before, you are starting to meet people who are on the same journey as you in life. And there's something where you're not scared of what anyone is doing. Let them do it, It's like, I'm not going to force any experiences onto you. And I've had this person in the comments, somebody wrote to me about how they're in this miserable situation, miserable marriage, but they feel so much guilt for leaving, but they feel miserable, and they feel another person's miserable too. We both deserve better, blah, blah. And, for me, my first reaction was, because I've been in the situation on different sides of it myself in the past, like my first reaction was like, to write all of this, like why you should choose freedom and this and this and that. But then, and I did write it, but like later on I was thinking, why are we always trying to persuade others to be happy so much? Like, why are we advertising this so much? We shouldn't. There was this, I think it was a yogi or some kind of Indian mystic once said, like, when you have honey in you, you don't have to advertise for the bees to come to you, something like that. We shouldn't be selling this idea of happiness to other people. Like, we shouldn't be selling or persuading anyone to do anything whatsoever. It's like, oh, I'm in this situation, I'm in this miserable job, but I'm so scared to leave. Okay, don't leave. Stay there. Like, why? And I'm personally guilty of this very often, but like, I like in general to motivate people, like, to make better changes in their lives. So it gets very tricky in my own personal relationships too. But it's almost like, okay, a person is telling you, I'm so miserable in this relationship, job, whatever, insert XYZ, but I cannot leave because this and this and this and that. There's always some reason, always a reason. It doesn't even matter, if it's an actual reason or not. There's always a reason. But I feel like instead of persuading other people to choose happiness, we should let them choose for themselves. Okay, you are miserable in that job, but you have all these reasons why you cannot leave. Do not leave. Stay there. And I think what's happening right now, especially if you've dealt with other people who did not understand your process, journey, it could be different things. Maybe family didn't understand your spiritual journey. Maybe you yourself kind of were stuck somewhere. I don't know what it is really, but like, I feel like where you are right now, especially if it's another person that you are dealing with, is that you're telling them, listen, you don't want to leave that situation. Like, you're very miserable, but you don't want to leave that situation. Okay, don't leave that situation. Stay there. Be there. But one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to be bringing me into that situation anymore. You let other people waste your time. You're not going to waste my time. It's on you that you let other people waste your time. It's on you that you let other people, just keep you stuck. It's on you that you let others do whatever it is they are doing and life just keeps passing you by. It's on you. But what's on me is that I'm not going to let anyone to do this to me. You let other people waste your life. I am not going to let anyone waste my life. Because at this point, this is already not love. This is something very toxic. For a little bit, we sometimes encounter different situations. And here, I do feel like you had some kind of very difficult situation. For a little bit, yes, it happens. I do believe that sometimes you have to work through things. You don't just, abandon people. You don't just quit on people. But when your whole life becomes like where you're forcing someone to do something, this is just not sexy. It's not fun. That's not like, for a little bit, you can do this for some time. But if your entire life becomes just some kind of burden that never ends, it's just the entire life becomes like, I've seen this with somebody I know. That relationship has been dead like for 5 years already. The amount of force and pressure to go through so many healing journeys, this journey, that therapy. And I'm not even judging, but I mean like when your whole life becomes a never-ending addiction to a healing process, it does show that something is wrong. I've been through this myself, where I was constantly on a healing journey. I'm like, what's wrong? Maybe I should just change a few things in my life, because it shouldn't be like that. Healing journey is part of life journey. Fixing things is part of a relationship, marriage, whatever it is. But it cannot be the entire thing that you're just fixing something and it never ends. It cannot be like that. I think so. And I feel like someone here is going through these realizations. Now, who you're connected. So anyway, with you, I got sidetracked here. With you, let me just take one more card with you to clarify this. Yeah, with you, Judgment to the Ten of Cups, you are realizing what is it you need to be happy. Do you want to be a family to be happy? In this case, yes, you choosing someone who wants the same things. If you don't want this, you're choosing someone who wants different things. What do you need to be happy? And also not letting, I feel like, any toxic family dynamics stand in the way, of any kind of things you want. And with Lovers, to the Moon, to the Devil, I do feel like there is this energy where a lot of things coming to light, and you are really in this energy where you are aligning yourself with a relationship where you can truly be happy. I really feel this for Scorpio. So even if you're single this Valentine's Day, even if you just recently broke up, especially with this Venus, Pluto, Mars activation energy, you can attract something new. You can start again. 100%. I don't care how old you are. I've seen people I've worked with so many people over the years. I've seen people at 60, even like over 60. If people over 60, people in their 70s can find someone new. I know it sounds so freaking insane. I mean, and I admire people like this, by the way, who are there was one client I worked with for a while. I think she was I don't know, she was older, maybe in her 60s, something like that, right? And not to put age as a, limitation, but I mean, I know some people in their 30s who already gave up, right, on their whole life. And then I meet people who are much older, twice as older, and they're not scared to leave toxic relationships behind, to start over, which is, at that age, I would say that it might have been harder, right? Anyway, so yeah, forgot what I was going with this, but basically the point is that whatever you are, whatever age you are right now, wherever you are, you can start over again. You can start. This is this energy that's in alignment with that 0 degrees Aquarius, Venus, Pluto, Mars activation. This is not about trying to fix and pick up million times something that's shown you times and times and times again, that it's just, the only thing you can be there is a never-ending therapy, healing journey, or whatever. And I feel like this is the time where you're okay, I'm going to start again. I'm going to start new. So this is great energy to be in. Who are you connecting with? 5 of Pentacles, somebody who is really crying over spilled milk. At this point, I feel like this person is addicted to their own misery and pain. And I feel like, it's almost like they're surprised how come you decided to leave the misery they were in. Because with Queen of Swords, you here have established your boundaries. Judgment card, they are again though trying to rise, trying to come back from this. I do feel like you have another person here coming back, but you are not bothered. I feel like it's you and you are not bothered. You for them truly do represent a prize, and they want to prove everyone that they can be with you. I feel like there is a person here who wants to prove the world that like they could be creative, you could inspire them a lot. They're really trying to persuade you in the new relationship. So to give another chance to them. For others of you, if this is not the person who is showing up from the past here, because someone here cannot get over you, like their whole life, I feel like for the rest of their life, all they're going to be doing is thinking of you, how they met you, what happened between the two of you. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you left a mark on someone. There's actually a reading on this channel. It says you left a mark on this person. You might resonate with that. But for those of you, for a lot of you, this is the person who is going to try to show up and really persuade you to give them another chance. For others of you, again, don't comment me in the comments that, oh, it's old again. For others of you, I feel like actually you opened yourself up to a new connection because you are unbothered, because you realize that, listen, I am the prize, I can have anyone I want. And because of that, you've attracted a new relationship, a new connection with a person who does feel like they are on the same page with you, who has same hobbies as you, who has same interests as you, person who wants to date you, who likes you, who wants to be with you. And it, I feel like, is much lighter energy than whatever you dealt with before. Yeah, and look at this Knight of Wands. Very much could be a new energy, but it also could be, you know, it's interesting. I'm drawn to a staff here. Both of them have a staff, so it's a part. I feel like somebody here hasn't gotten laid in a long time. They've been just looking at your pictures. Yeah, because you're the Empress, and they've been sad that they couldn't be with you, and now they want this victory by all means necessary. And yeah, this person spends a lot of time, you know, by themselves doing it. You know what I mean. Like, so they really want this with you, and they are trying to show you that they fixed some baggage. But again, you have more. Well, look at this. You have 3 kings here. So you might actually have like multiple options in love right now. Maybe some people you're just dating. They don't like that you are dating, by the way. They don't like the concept that you have competition. You know what it is? Because again, something about tables turning in this situation where in the beginning, and maybe this is where partially you made a mistake to a certain degree. Again, and even mistakes are part of our process. But I feel like in the beginning, you've given them your undivided attention. You put them on a pedestal. You've committed to them maybe too early, while they maybe have not even exited properly previous commitments, while they might have been entertained other options, whatever the situations might have been. And you were sacrificing yourself and waiting for them to choose you, and kind of being, in a way, like getting in your own way, and then surprised, why is this not working, you know, to your advantage. What I feel happened now is that you said, you know what, you're not that special. I'm sorry, but like the way you treated me just proves that, you know, maybe I have overvalued you, you know, where you're like overestimate the value of something. And you now put yourself again on this place, at this place where, listen, I'm the one who has options. I'm the one who probably has less baggage. I'm the one who decides how my life is going to unfold. I decide how my life is going to unfold. And now, because they're no longer on pedestal, and you put yourself on a pedestal, this person is triggered. It's almost like they feel betrayed. It's crazy if they think that. They feel betrayed by that. They're like, how come? There's other people who want you. There are other people who you're entertaining. And I think, honestly, for you, Scorpio, it's a great idea, especially if you're resonating with this, to actually open yourself up to other people, to date, and see, like, truly, maybe, you know, again, I don't know who these people watching me are, but what's coming through right now is that for a lot of you, you were like, oh, this person's going to be my soulmate. We're going to be together, whatever. But now you're realizing that, listen, maybe they were just another lesson. They were not really that soulmate at all. And, you know, it's like, instead of holding that space and, like, you know, not letting anyone new come in and just hoping that they will show up properly, maybe it's really the time to free that space and see who is going to come in there and come in properly, but not settling for less, not working to your own disadvantage. Because for them, it worked very, very much that you were so committed for them and waiting for them while they were doing whatever, you know. And again, you know what's another message that's coming through? For some of you, there was truly love and some kind of difficult situation, but you know what it is? I feel like for a lot of you, you put that situation, even some kind of problem they had, whether it was third party, whether it was something with their job, whether it was some kind of mental thing going on with them, you put the situation on a pedestal, you put the situation above your own needs. So instead of being like, listen, in a relationship, I want to be treated a certain way, I want to be pampered, I want to be given attention, I want a person who shows up for me, I want a person who pursues for me, these are my needs, I deserve that, I deserve so much more than to be there waiting or chasing or hoping or whatever. And I think for a lot of you in the past, you put that situation as an excuse of why they couldn't be with you or why they couldn't show up properly. You put the situation above your own needs and what you deserve in a relationship. And for many of you, this is why things unfolded the way they did, because you were just so focused on, oh my God, they're dealing with this and with that. Your focus should have been on, what do I deserve in a relationship? I deserve to be treated with consistency, with love, with respect. And instead of pouring all your energy, even from the manifestation perspective, into what is that they are going through and trying to resolve it, you worked to your own disadvantage for a lot of you, while being so invested in their drama. While only thing you should have done, you should have pulled back your energy, focused on yourself and being like, I know who I am, I stand strong on my own, and I know what kind of person I deserve to have next to me. I know what I deserve in a relationship. And if you're not showing up like that, excuse me, I'm not waiting here. For some of you, you just maybe gave in to them too quickly. And this is why I feel like you're pulling your energy back. You're reclaiming yourself. You're reclaiming yourself. You're no longer let anyone juggle you. Page of Swords, Four of Cups. I feel like they're very unhappy with this. There was also some kind of end of, somebody sold a house, I'm hearing, or somebody moved out of a house. There was an end of some kind of Four of Wands situation. It could be home, something very dramatic. Yeah, look at this Ten of Swords. But again, I feel like with the Magician card here to the Fool, you are ready. Like, I feel like you are ready to manifest something new. You are ready to manifest something new because, once again, you know what you deserve. You know you have options. This person is very shocked that you're moving away now. I feel like it's official. You're like, listen, you know what? I don't think I want this. Like, yeah, finito. Buongiorno. Somebody's Italian. Buongiorno. Buongiorno is Italian, right? I love Italy. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. You have the world. If you decide you're going to have the world right now, you're going to have someone who will genuinely put in the work. Will be like, you have, some of you might be dating younger people. Don't be, I'm hearing, don't be intimidated by younger people because you look very young. You might be older than someone here, but you look very young. Because I do feel like for some of you, a younger situation is better. I don't know what it means. Justice with the Seven of Cups, Four of Swords. Let go of focusing on other people's situation and problems. Let me take just one card. We'll take it to this extended, because I do feel like for you, there's a major change. Now that you know what you know here, now that you've changed the dynamic the way you did, you are going to see things unfold for you very fast. Very fast. Let me see. Okay, we have here holidays, rekindle, open your heart. So for some of you, an old flame returns. But you know what? They could return and they could treat you in a whole different way where you will not even recognize them. That's just for some of you. But if they're not doing that, there is somebody completely different. With open your heart and holiday, you will, I'm seeing almost like go on a holiday with someone here. It could be very much new, very big chemistry, passionate. A lot of freedom in the connection. It also feels like, yes, it feels like the time was wrong before and now it's right. Now you can really spend all your time together. You know, like, again, the way I feel like what you need to remember here is that, yes, different people have different things they need to attend, but you have to really evaluate for yourself. If a person cannot meet your needs, is the situation for you? Because if someone here has just needs that are in conflict with yours, you don't have to sacrifice yourself. You can have what you want in life. You don't have to settle. And I do feel like there will be somebody reaching out here, somebody who really wants to be with you. But again, remember, self-love here is the most important thing. Let me see. Basically, I see a lot of people pursuing you here, quite a few people pursuing you, but you're going to have, especially with this guy's card, to really see what the intentions are. Is somebody just trying to pull you in again to, you know, to keep you stuck somewhere? Or is the situation is genuine, especially when it comes to a person from the past? And when it comes to new people, I do feel like there are people who are a little younger. And I also feel like there are people genuinely pursuing you. Give it time, you know, to develop. We'll take this to the extended to know more about all the old and new and what's coming for you, what's the best way for you to align yourself now. Link to the extended is going to be down below. Thank you so much for joining. We'll talk soon. Again, private readings are available. I opened them again. If you need something, you can grab it again downstairs. Grab it in the description box. We'll talk soon. Bye.